So good morning to all of you. Good afternoon, Malaysia. Today I'm going to share something about data visualization techniques and what is the latest technology which is available. Is my PPT visible? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, but I cannot see your face, doctor.
You want to see my face?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, shall we proceed, ma'am, now?
Yeah, sure, doctor. Over to you.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, Now, I'll just talk about theory, 5 minutes, not more than that. Just give me 5 to 7 minutes, not more than that. Why we require data visualization techniques, right? So, see, identify the pattern. For example, what would be the next number? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely, you will be able to say that the next number will be 5. In second case, also, you will be able to say it will be 25. But now when I go in the third row and tell me what will be the next number. So here, the human eye fails to identify the pattern. And this is a place where we require the help of the robust systems. Okay. So who is generating the data? So the data is being generated by corporates, government, NGO. Sorry. And one more person is generating the data these days, and that is you. You, I, and me. Now, what is the difference between the data which has been generated by government, corporate, and NGOs? They are more a structured data. But when I am generating the data which are in the forms of Facebook likes or tweets, they are all unstructured data. So today I will be talking about structured, unstructured. The theory is only 5 minutes. Okay, not more than that. And I will show you the practical part of it. Okay, be with me. So this much humongous amount of data is generated every year, right? See, 294 billion emails, this many tweets a day. Okay. Now the data has changed its form. Okay, there is a transition which data has taken place. So first we used to have a structured data, then semi-structured, quasi-structured, and unstructured. We require different softwares to analyze it. The traditional Excel which we were using fails at the unstructured data. So today I will give you a demonstration of those softwares which can work on unstructured data also with example. So Excel can work on at the most structured or semi-structured, not more than that. But now we require some advanced softwares which talk about unstructured and quasi-structured. The data, depending upon the objective, depending upon its structure, we require the data has been segregated into this type of data: structured, unstructured, geographic data, NLP, time series. And for all this, we require different softwares. Okay, there is one software which is, you can say, which is having a power to analyze all this type of data is R. Okay. Another form of the data is quantitative and qualitative. You must be getting a training on SPSS in your country. So that is pure a quantitative data. But when I talk about qualitative data, you require a different software again, like NVivo and Atlas.ti. Okay. Now, the analysis which was there, which we used to do, has also seen some transformations. From descriptive, we have moved to diagnostics. From diagnostics, we have moved to predictive, and from predictive to prescriptive. So I will give you an example also today of predictive using the software. Now, what this means is, again, it is a data visualization technique only, that in descriptive, we used to do the dissection of the data, that what is happening. Like we used to generate the reports in SPSS, we used to have in Excel, that it is a post dissection of my study, that what has happened. The diagnostic tools which we were used to do is all parametric, non-parametric tests, that why this is happening, is there any relationship between this and this or not. But now we require some data visualization techniques that fine, if this is there, what is going to happen next? We want to see what is going to happen next. Unstructured data, also there is a whole lot of field like search analysis, speech analysis, log analysis, and we require different softwares. You must have heard about the big data, right? So friends, big data is not the data which is big. That is completely wrong definition. Big data is not the data which is big. The characteristics of the big data is that it should have a volume, velocity, variety, and veracity. It means that we are generating the humongous amount of the data, volume. The data which is there is in many variety. So not traditional SPSS and Excel fails. The velocity of the data is very fast. P means that the speed of generation of the data is much higher. And therefore, when any data has got the speed, variety, and volume, we require more robust softwares which can handle such type of problems. Okay, see the file types which we have to manage now. Okay, so many file types we have to manage. Okay, so what were the olden days? Excel, then there was business intelligence, there was advanced analytics, and in this, people used to interact with the data. But now with the help of advanced algorithms, okay, the maths, stats, and computers have started interacting with the data. Okay. If you are doing descriptive analysis like SPSS and something like that, we are still in the time period of 1990s. We are talking about diagnostic tools. We are somewhere in 2000, 2004. But the predictive started in 2005 and 2010. Prescriptive 2011. Still now it's there 2000, and cognitive analysis is also being done. There is one company which is present in all these three formats. IBM. IBM SPSS falls in descriptive analysis, this area. IBM Modular, which is there, or IBM Watson, which is there, it falls in predictive analysis, which is here. And there is IBM Cognos, which falls in cognitive. Okay, I'll show the demonstration of that also. Let me show you one last slide, and we'll start directly understanding different types of softwares. Now, in the olden days, people used to fight the war with using bows and arrows. That was being replaced by cannons. That was being replaced by machines, and that was being replaced by now robots. The same happened in the field of data analysis also. From descriptive, we moved to predictive. From predictive, we moved to prescriptive. Okay. In descriptive, we were more focused on report generation and graphs. In predictive, we started talking about statistical analysis and data mining. In prescriptive, we started talking about optimization and planning, that this information is there, what to do next. Okay. Now see the softwares which have changed. Excel, SPSS, the rise in the softwares. MATLAB, Microsoft Azure, Orange, R, SPSS Modular, Weka, 9, IBM Watson. I'll be giving a demonstration of many of the softwares today, like R, Orange, IBM Watson, that how they are working and what is their objective. Okay. Now let us come back to the traditional Excel tool. Okay. Just traditional, very simple information I will give you. Okay. Let's say, for example, if I want to make the graph of male, female, and what we used to do, say, for example, 32, 45, what we were doing it, that it was just a simple selection which we used to do. Okay.
Sorry for the interruption, sir, but we are not able to see your screen.
Yeah, fine. That's good thing that you have shared with me, man. Now, you have not yet. You have not seen it.
We are able to see the screen.
We could see.
Now, Is it there?
The screen is visible,
We
sir.
can see. We can
Yeah.
see.
Share screen is clearly visible.
Okay, fine. Now see, what we used to do is we used to select it, right? And we used to say insert maps from here. We selected columns, and this is the method which we used to do. Switch to rows and columns, that also was possible. But there are some problems in this. Okay, there are some problems in working in Excel. Now let me share all those problems one by one and how we can overcome these problems. Let us see. Okay, so wait a minute. The first problem which is there is that the Excel does not understand date and time while plotting the graph. It cannot understand. Second, it cannot understand latitudes and longitudes. I hope Word file is visible to all of you. Is it visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
be with me.
Yes, sir.
Latitude and longitude, it cannot identify. It is very time consuming when we are working on large data sets. It cannot identify the automatic patterns. Let's say, for example, you identify the pattern for me. It is not possible. Fifth, filters are not robust. Okay, filters are not so robust. Filters means I want to work on only particular group of data. It cannot work. It can filter definitely in the raw file, but that filters will not work in the graphs. Okay, there is a new technology which has been invented, and that technology is known as slice and dice technology, which is not present in Excel. Okay, 7. Dashboards, now they have introduced, but still they are not so compatible with the best softwares, right? And believe me, friends, today, whatever training which I am going to give, these softwares are completely free. Yes, there is no hidden cost. You don't even have to give the credit card details. Okay, so enjoy these softwares for your country, and you can spread this knowledge. This is completely free. Dashboards not possible. Okay, 8. It can only work on static data. Static data means, say for example, I have deployed my analysis on some systems and now the data has changed. So if we are working on Excel, we will have to revise the entire data set again and again and again. But now we are having the softwares that as soon as you change the data, the graphs change. Okay, so that is also possible. 9. Deployment tools are not possible. Deployment tools means deployment tools are not possible. Okay. 10. Not possible to incorporate. Not possible means it does not have interface to work with R, Python, and Hadoop. It cannot incorporate, right? 11. It is only restricted to descriptive analysis. It cannot do predictive analysis or prescriptive analysis. It cannot do it. Fine. 12. Animation not possible. Animations not possible. Fine. It can only work on at the most 3 dimensions. 3-dimension data, not more than that, right? So these are the problems. Let us start with the first software, R. Okay, and I will show you how it's working. I have already written the scripts because I give the training on R. I have already written some scripts and I give you some idea that how I will show you the softwares which are all command based also, and which are, you can say, no command. Without command you can work on it. So the first first software which is coming up on your screen is R. see its power. Okay, many of the times I get the question that why should I learn R? But friends, if you see the power of R, you will forget the things that is not possible in the you can say traditional softwares. So let me first create the data frame. Okay, so I'll create the data frame that gender, age, weight. Don't worry about the commands. Don't worry about the commands. See what it can do. Okay. So after running these commands, I have created the social data frame on the left hand side. Right. Now, see on right hand side the plots which are generated. One. Okay. First type of plot. I can have the titles also. I can introduce the text also. Right. So this is all possible in Excel. Okay. But what is not possible, that's coming. Now I can also make the bar plots here. See the bar plots which are there, right? Now the new types of graphs I'm introducing, that is a mosaic plot. Okay. Pie chart. You can make all these types of charts, right? Histograms also possible. Now, suppose if I want to have 4 graphs in one window, okay, 4 graphs in one window, how it will work? See, I will take here, run one. It is because of one command which I am running, I'm getting this type of bifurcation. 2, 3, and 4. 4 graphs in one window, right? This is possible. Now it is very easy for you to export this graph, copy to clipboard. You can directly copy the plot, take in the Word file, and you can do it so simple it is. R is completely free. Those who are worried about that, sir, we will not be able to run this command. Wait a minute. I will share everything with you. Don't worry. Okay. I'll make the things more and more simple. Now, I again run to make the divide the canvas area into 1 by 1. I only want one graph in this plot. Now, there are some libraries in R to make your life simple. Okay. So from heavy coding, it goes to moderate coding, and in last, no coding. So the first library which is coming up is moderate coding data explorer library. You don't need to write anything. Just plot the histogram and the data set on your right hand side. See, now you will get the graphs of all the histograms. Got it? You will get the correlation also. Right? Now comes the technique, or there comes a package which does not have any coding. Okay, and the package is known as SQC package. Now see how it works. On your screen, a pop-up window will appear. Is it appearing, all of you? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Is it appearing?
See, sir.
Yeah, now see, R has developed the dashboards. And this dashboard is what? Just drag and drop, nothing else. You don't have to do anything, just drag and drop. And it will identify the plot which can be there. So I'm saying that I want a graph between the miles per gallon the car is running and the weight. So according to this, it will identify that the scatter plot can be plotted. How many dimensions we have entered? 2. Okay. This is a data set, MG cars, very popular data set. Very popular data set. Okay. Here MPG means miles per gallon. CYL is number of cylinders. This DISP is displacement. HP is horsepower, displacement rate, weight of the vehicle. VNS is vertical and straight engine. ANM is automatic and manual, number of gears and number of carburetors. Okay, so this is a categorical data. VS because it is 0, 1. EM is a categorical data. Gear is categorical data. Now, I told you that in Excel, we are having one limitation that we can only work on 3 dimensions. Now see what will happen here. I can introduce one more dimension here. See, I am saying that bifurcate this graph according to automatic and manual. So now we are having 2 graphs, 1 and 0. Okay. So 3 dimensions already entered. Okay, introduce the 4th dimension, color into it, and you will have a color also. 4. Introduce the 5th dimension, number of gears, size, and you can see the size is there. Introduce the 6th dimension, and that is carburetor, and you can see what is happening. 6 dimensions you can work, and also the 7th dimension. That is the fine. Now, just I will again reset the dashboard and again come on the original thing, that if I am only giving the continuous data on this axis, okay, I'm giving only continuous data. So it is giving me the histograms. All those who are aware about the continuous data, right? Now I can change the type of the plot also. I can go here and I can say, I want the box plots. So all those who are aware about the box plots, so it can directly give me the box plots. That is not the beauty, or rather the feature. The feature is, suppose there is a skewness in the data, you can filter the data directly from here. Just scroll it and it will start talking to the data directly. See, the changes are happening at the back end directly. See, is it clear? It starts, so you can directly get the normality of the data from here, depending, you can just go on changing the things and you will get it. Fine, that is done. Now, if I introduce the weight here, okay, and now I want to see that give me some smooth line also. So the smooth line will be generated at the back end. See, okay. So we don't have to write any command here. It is doing everything on its own. I can give labels, I can give subtitles, captions, X label, Y label. So it is having an automatic intelligence to identify that what type of plots can be generated. I can have a plot options. I can change the appearance, colors. I can filter the data. Everything is possible from here. So this is one type of dashboards which is there completely free in R. Let's proceed further. Now, there are some packages like ggplot2, library gganimate, ggrepel, and see what it can do on your screen. Just a minute. Give me some time. Okay. Is it visible? Is R visible? All of you? Is our right hand side visible? All of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Wait for 2 seconds now. Just 2 seconds, not more than that. Give me some time, okay? And see what happens on your right hand side. Can you see the animation has started? Can you see this? Is it visible?
Not yet, sir. Not yet,
fine.
sir.
Yeah. Now see, this is the level of analysis which is there, right? This is one part. Okay. So this is gganimate, which can be done in R. Okay. Let me stop this. What else is there for me in R? So I will run this leaflet package. Okay. And I will say print the map. So this is directly connecting to your GPS, and it will.
Oh, wait in a minute. Dr. Dara is suddenly disconnected. Let me get him back.
Sorry, sorry from my side. Okay.
It's
now,
okay. It's
this
okay.
This is R. Okay. Now in this only, I will show you some advanced commands which are available. And the first command which is coming up is echarts4R. Okay, very advanced. See its power. Okay, see its power. On your right hand side, just see it will develop an animation like anything. Okay, now see the thing which is generating the line like this. Fine. It is now generating the bar chart on your right hand side. See now linearly it will plot the graph. Okay. Then it will plot the density graphs. Okay. Then it will give you the histograms. Then it will give you the polygon. Okay. Now see what is coming, which is beyond any imagination in any software. Rose chart, Gauss chart, polar charts, right? Right? Liquefield chart. Okay. Now see what's coming. The powerful, most powerful. The entire globe will be visible on your right hand side. Okay. Interactive globe. And on that, we are plotting the axis. We are plotting our data. See on your right hand side. Just see on your right hand side. It will appear. Just a minute. It will take some time. Okay. Give me some time. So we can plot such types of graph naturally with coding, without coding, everything is possible. Okay. With coding, without coding, everything is possible. This stop means it is a busy button which is there at the back end. The command is running. It takes some time because it's a long command. It takes some time. Just give me some moments and it will generate the graph. Can you see the globe is there? It will start revolving on its own. Is it there? Now we can see directly that where our sales are there. Okay, where our sales are having good spikes. Okay, so this is directly connecting, right? Okay, fine. What other types of charts are there? Sunburst chart. And see on your right hand side, it will give you the sunburst chart. Okay, see, this type of charts are also possible. This is with command. Without command, I will teach you. Don't worry. Now there is a time of using pictogram, which we used to study in our business statistics book that you can show the data also on pictogram. See on your right hand side, the height of Kilimanjaro and Koomallongong. Is it such things are possible in Excel? No, not possible. Okay, not possible. Okay, now I will show you one more software that is HighChart. Okay, HighChart. And from here, we will directly move to another type of software. Totally, we are going to see somewhere around 10 to 12 softwares, which are latest in data visualization techniques. So all those who are working on time series, for them, okay, see how this package is working. It's a stock exchange quant mode package, which we are using it. Okay. Okay. Now, this package is having some power of doing the filtration online. Okay. It can do the filtration. Just see on your right hand side at present. Okay. It can do the filtration online. ARIMA plot can be plotted, right? ARIMA can be plotted directly. How ARIMA will look. Please don't write something on the screen. I request organizers. Organizers, can you take the charge about this? What is this thing?
Yeah, sure, Doctor. I think anyone using their pen to scratch on the screen, perhaps
Now
they accidentally do
see,
it.
now see how, see the filtration is on. I can directly see, do the filtration of the data if anything which I wanted, right? Let me clear this. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, let us go back now. So this is using the codes which I am able to do it. Okay, then comes the map. Directly your data can be represented on the chart. Okay, so this is there. Then there is a GG animate plot. This definitely you have seen, but see its power, that what it can do. Okay, see on your right hand side what will happen. This is, everything is free. Of course, the coding is required. Okay, definitely a coding is required. But now let me introduce that code. What you can see here recording. Yeah. Okay. Such software, such things also you can do. Now comes the software without coding. Okay. And I'm sharing and the name of the software is Google Data Studio. Okay, completely free. You only require Gmail account in it. Okay, and how it works, let's see. So there was one training session which was organized in our country regarding this Google Data Studio also. First, let me display you, give the demonstration that what type of charts are possible. See these charts. Okay, see these charts which are there, which can be done here. Very beautiful charts you can use for your corporates for the representation. You can also, so this type of charts you can. Okay, so maps, you don't have to write any command here. Okay, so that's really nice. This type of tables can be constructed. So this, now the disadvantage which was there of Excel, traditional Excel. So we have came long way. Now the Excel, this can be done. This is possible now, which was previously not possible in. Okay, time consuming, not at all. It is possible now. Okay, identify the automatic pattern. Still we have to see filters. Yes, we have to see filters, how they are working. So these filters are very powerful in Google Data Studio. You can directly incorporate those filters. For example, this is the data of the superstore market. And I want to see that only generate those values which are having profit more than 5,000. Enter, done. And see, it starts talking with the data directly. Okay, profit equal to 5,000, profit greater than 5,000. Okay, so it starts talking with the data. Still it's not possible. Profit less than 5,000. Is it possible now, or I'm making some mistake somewhere? Let me check. Yeah, see, it has done the filtration on its own on all the graphs. Very dynamic data. One more thing, this Google Data Studio is dynamic. It means that as soon as you make change in the data, the graphs will change automatically. You don't have to do replotting of the graph. Okay, so these things are possible, right? See, this type of creations can be done. This can be done. Okay, so We don't require now command to make the God chart or this musical chord. This is very simple now. Okay. So those who were wondering about that, we used to see on running bar charts, which are seen nowadays, that how things are performing. You can plot the bar chart here also. And there is still another place also where you can plot this running bar charts. See here, running bar charts can also be. Okay, how it's working. Let's see how it's working. Very simple. Very simple. I will explain it. Just you have to register Google Data Studio email and you will come on this page. Press this plus sign. Okay, and it will ask. Press this plus sign. That where is your data? Make sure that your data is in CSV format. Upload the file. Okay, and it will ask me the destination, that from where you want to upload the file. So I'll say, okay, Google, my files are in Google Data Studio, and this is my CSV file. Open it. Okay, and it will start doing the connections on its own, right? I should get here the clear message. Okay, if it is in CSV format, we don't need to worry at all. It will say updated. Here I'll get the message of status updated, right? So let us wait again for 2 seconds. Uploaded, ready, add. And we will come on the canvas directly. Okay. Now this is just drag and drop. Okay, add to report, done. We are ready to go with the graphs, right? I will delete this. Okay. First of all, name this. And the name is that I am giving here. I can name it sales superstore. Done. Okay. What type of graph do I want? So I want a bar chart. Okay. So I can just plot it here, bar. And on right hand side, the menu will be available, right? So I'll say order date, order ID. No, I want the category of the business, right? And here I want sales, that how much profit is being generated by the company, profit. And you can see on your right hand side, the graph is ready. Is it clear? Now, all the cosmetics part, which I want to do, right? First of all, let me try to explain all the charts which can be done. So here I can go for donut chart also. I can just drag it, drop it, done. Right? And it gives me this thing, very nice. Again, go there. I want the stacked bar chart, done. I can just plot it here. And here in category, breakdown dimension profit is there. Fine. Instead of order date, I'll remove this order date. Okay, I'll remove it. And here, instead of order ID, I will keep something as region. Okay, region. So I'm getting this stacked bar chart. Fine. Okay, what else I can do? I can also plot the different type of charts like line chart. I can do it. I can just plot it, drop it, and done. Now comes the cosmetic part. So here, click on it, go on style, and I can do anything which I want to see on the right hand side. Right? This I can do, right? I can also introduce the background in it. So I want the background to be depicted by orange color. Fine, done. I can introduce the colors of the legend. That is also possible. Okay, but I want to do something more on this, that I want to give the curvature to it. So curvature to the borders. So now see, so this is cosmetic part which I can do. I can also change the layout directly from here, and I can introduce this thing as the black, and it gives a very nice representation. Nowadays, you must be seeing that a black image, black background is being used. So this is Google Data Studio, which it's completely free. One more thing, that these are all, you can say, the default charts which are there. But apart from this, there is something which is known as a community visualization, in which you can have then access to somewhere around 100 types of different plot. Again, it's free. Friends, you don't need to pay anything anywhere. All this knowledge is free and you can utilize it for your students. Okay, so let us pick up one chart. Let us pick up sunburst chart. Okay, I want sunburst chart, right? So there I had written a command for this. Okay, so here I don't require any command now. I can definitely go here, change the theme layout and make this default so that the colors are visible. I again come here and I will introduce something which is the, sorry, I will use ship mode. And now you can see the sunburst chart is ready. So this is Google Data Studio. Is it clear? Is it visible to all of you? Hello? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is
Yes, sir.
completely
Clear.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Yes, clear, clear.
Now,
Yes.
more powerful than this. Okay, I'm trying to increase, you can say, the power. Okay, there comes Tableau. So we keep the training sessions here on Tableau also. It is again free. Friends, this is free. Use it, utilize it. Okay, now this is, you can say, there are two neck-to-neck competitors at present in data visualization technique, and one is Tableau and another is a Power BI. Okay, now what it can do. So when you click on it, it gives you the canvas, right? You don't have to think anything. Just select the dimensions, the categorical, these are the categorical dimensions and these are the continuous dimension. Okay, now pick up one, the same data which we are working on Google Data Studio, segment and profit. Drag it and drop it in the canvas and the table is ready. Fine. Go here on right hand side, that I don't want table, I want the graph. Graph is ready. I don't want it horizontal, make it vertical. Vertical is ready. Done. 2 dimensions entered. Now I want to include the third dimension, that my profit according to the sales. So I will introduce the sales and you can see that my color bands show me the sales, that where the dark is there, it is the sales are good, profit is good. Okay. I want to introduce the fourth dimension, that is discount. So I'll get it discount. So the discounts, you have heard about the wafer thin margins, but actually the graph is showing the wafer thin margins. Discount is there, 4 dimensions. So the size shows the discount. Okay. Orders, or you can say I want to introduce the quantity. So quantity is also there, 5th dimension. Okay. I want to have according to the shipping mode. Please bifurcate my graphs according to the shipping mode. Got it? Shipping mode. Each and every part of this canvas is active. I can introduce the shipping mode here also, and it will give me the graph like this. I can introduce the shipping mode below, and it will give me the graphs in a different format. I can introduce the shipping mode here, and it will give me the graphs. If I introduce here, it will give me like this. If I introduce the shipping mode here, different graphs. So just imagine. Okay, now I want to introduce the segment also. So I will introduce segment. Okay, segment also I will introduce, and segment. Just see how many things are possible. Okay, I will clear this data set now. And again come, is there any question which is there? Yeah, fine. What else I can do? So suppose if I pick up from here the location, okay, there is a location and the profit, location and profit, right? Done. It directly goes into the graph and it tells me that what is a location, right? Now tell me the profit. So it gives me the profit directly, right? I can do many things on this. That location is there, fine, but still one more variable which I want to enter here is that region. Region should be there, okay? Include the region. Shipping mode. So I can here introduce the shipping mode and see. Right. Now, what are the types of charts which are possible in Tableau? Okay, which I have already, it's ready for you to display that what type of charts can be plotted in Tableau. So you can create this bar charts. Okay. Be with me. This is all possible in Excel, but the filters, the you can say dynamic data visualization, this is possible. Okay. Now you can highlight the tables here, right? Depending upon the profits that can be done. You can create the bubble charts. You can have tree maps, which is not possible. You can have area charts. Okay, that is also possible. 2 charts at a time, different from same data, different charts. That is also possible. Circle view charts, discrete line charts. Okay. Also that part also, that how line can be plotted. Let me clear this worksheet. Clear. And depending upon the order date and profit, I will drop it here. And I want to have a line chart. So this line chart is there. Fine. Now this is according to the years. Okay. I want this chart according to the quarters. So it will give me according to the quarters. According to the month, it will give me according to the month. It will according to the day. So it will give me according to the day. Now let us keep this thing as year only. Okay. So at present we are having a graph of year and profit. Now let us introduce the third dimension, that how sales will impact. So sales, so it is giving me according to the sales. Let us bifurcate this according to the shipping mode. That does it really matter that according to the shipping mode things are different or not? See, so it will bifurcate the things, right? So let us go back here. It can create the bullet charts which are there. Box and whiskers plot, it can do. Dual combination charts, bar and line, that is also possible. Okay, bar and line is also possible. Tree maps, zoom in, zoom out, right? Gantt charts can be created. Okay, there is something which is you must have seen in some periodicals, like the butterfly chart. Okay, so that you can also do. Just a minute. This type of chart, divergent bar charts, can also be done. So dual axis is also possible. In on dual axis also you can have the bar chart, the pie chart, which you must be seeing in some periodicals. That is also possible. Okay. And then comes some more robust such type of charts. Just a minute. Yeah, KPIs are also possible. KPIs. See this. Which stock is going up, which stock is going down. That is also possible. Okay, that you can do it here. It is known as a key performance indicators. So here you can create stories. There is an official thing where you can create your storybook. You can create the dashboard. Storybook is like your PowerPoint presentation, which can be done. Okay. Uh, you can create the calendar chart. Calendars can be created. Donuts can be created. This donuts can be created, right? Then you can have divergent bar chart. And very recently, there is something which is known as a waffle chart. This is also there. Waffle charts can also be created. Just a minute. Yeah, this is sunburst chart. Sunburst charts can be created. Okay. And there is something which is, yeah, this type of chart, waffle charts, normally used in periodicals for reporting. Tableau has got, you can say, good career opportunities. So if anybody is a trained Tableau, there are competitions which are organized by Tableau, and you can be a part of it. They will just tell you that this type of a graph is to be plotted. And if you manage to plot that graph, you can win a handsome amount. There is no participation fee. You can get, you can win the prize. There is nothing like you have to just register your email and they will send you the graph. So this is a Tableau competitions are being held all over the world. You can check that thing. Next thing which is coming up on your screen is Power BI. Okay, so this, all those, you can say, things which require a long way in Tableau, that thing has been replaced by Power BI Desktop, again completely free. Okay, so let us see how it is working, right? You can download the Tableau very easily. Sorry, Tableau also, Power BI also. These all are free software. I hope you are able to listen. Hello. Are you
Yes,
listening?
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We can.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Again, it will generate the canvas. This is a canvas. You can fetch your data from here, get the data. Okay. So I will pick up the CSV file. More or less, all the softwares have same looks. So it's like a musical instrument. If you know one musical instrument, you will definitely know the other. So things are very simple. So it is asking me that it's the same. You want to load this data. So I'll say yes, load it, done, right? So normally all these trainings require 5 to 6 days. Okay. Right. On your right hand side, the data is there. Okay. This is the chart which you want to plot. Again, this is cosmetics, which you want to, same like Google Data Studio. These are cosmetics. And this is the data. Okay. I'll pick up what I want to have a chart of. I want to have a donut chart. Okay. So here it will appear. Fine. I can maximize it, but it will ask me that please give me the data. Then only I'll be able to make the chart. So I'll say, okay, make the data according to the segment of the business. So legend is here and profit in values, and the chart will be ready on your left hand side. Got it? Is it ready? I can change the focus mode also from here. I can change the focus mode, discard the changes. Just a minute. Okay. Not a matter of worry. So this is the chart which can, now here only you can say that, no, I want the bar chart. I want the stack chart. Okay. I want the funnel chart. So it will give me the funnel chart. I want the Gantt chart, for which we had written the command. Now, what I was talking about is that this software is having the compatibility to work in, it can directly connect to R and Python, which disadvantage which we used to have here. Okay. What the disadvantage was that it cannot connect. Friends, Google Data Studio, Microsoft Power BI and Tableau, they all can connect with these scripts, and you can work here also. Apart from this, there is something which is known as data visualization, more advanced visuals also. You can get it from here, get more visuals from here. You can get it and you can work on it. So there are somewhere around 400 visualizations on which you can work by just clicking on it. Okay, just clicking on it. Now, the cosmetic part also, which we had seen there, it's simple here also, that I will go here, select the background color. I want the background to be this one, and the background will change. Same as Google Data Studio. So this is Power BI. Okay. Next comes the another type of software, which is having a canvas, but its canvas is, you can say, completely different from others, and this is Orange. Free, you can use it. Orange is Orange is more used in machine learning also. It is a data mining tool also. It is used in descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. So depending upon your requirement, training can be provided in descriptive also, predictive also, and prescriptive. So those who are in the field of machine learning, they know it, that it can produce algorithm. Okay, it can produce supervised and unsupervised learnings also. See here, supervised and unsupervised. But how it is working, let us see. First, you go in data, right? Just click here and a node will appear on the canvas. Double click on it and you will get the data. So this is a data CSV file is there, done, fine. Now close this and now go into visualize. And what I want is, I want the box plot. Ready? Just connect this and you can say box plots are ready, right? Box plots are ready. Okay. I want another type of chart also, that is violin plot. Okay. So just connect this violin plot and you can see the violin is ready. Depending upon different type of variables, we can have violin plot. Okay, I want the histogram distributions. That is also possible. I will just connect the distribution and click on it, and it will give me the distributions, age-wise distribution. If I want to change the bin width, the binning width, I can just go here and change it, and it will change the binning width. This is data visualization by this. What else I can do from here is that I can create the model like logistic regression. After creating the model, I can check the confusion metric, the ROC analysis. Okay. It can also do the unsupervised learning like cluster analysis, principal component analysis. All these things are possible in Orange, again, completely free. Okay. Let us come back. And now I will show you, there is another software which is Flourish Data Studio, again free. Okay. In this, what you can, these days you are having a lot of attraction of creating the running bar chart. Just go here and see the type of charts which you can construct. See on your left hand side, these are the charts which you can do. But let me go in and show you the demonstration. Let me log in here. Wait a minute. Yeah, here it is. So this is created by, I collected the data from Kaggle, and let us see how it's working, right? So I had collected the data of rise of social media. So according to the year, see, 2005, 2006, 2007, I collected the data, analyze it, and how, if I want to make it vertical, that also possible. I can change the colors also. That is so dynamic, compatible, fast, humongous data it can handle, right? It can create stories. Okay. New visualization, click on new visualization and see what it opens. The Pandora box of so many visualizations which you can do. Projection maps, right? Scatter plot, 3D map, heat map, hierarchy, line chart, photo slider, pictogram. Okay, pictogram also it can give you the pictogram, Sankey diagram, chord diagram, bar chart trace, network graph, free, parliament type charts, right? Close this, and now comes the slice and dice technology, which was introduced by IBM Watson. Okay, it's a slice and dice technology. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, here it is, IBM Watson Analytics. Now, we were talking about unstructured data, that it is very difficult to analyze unstructured data, right? Just see, this is the data. Okay, just see, this is the data. Is it visible to all of you? Friends, is it visible? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now see, this is the data. This is the data of the tweets generated by the customers. So just recall my first slide that who is generating the data? You, I, and us. And we are generating the data in completely unstructured format. And these days, companies require that you analyze this unstructured data also. So if you want to be a data scientist, it is necessary that you can handle all types of data, irrespective of structured, unstructured, audio, video, image. So the journey of the data science is very, very long, very long. At least it requires 10 years to prepare one data scientist, because you have to understand different algorithms for different things, right? Okay, now this is the data, the complaint given by different people about the air flights, right? I want to analyze this data. I want to analyze this data. So how it's working? This IBM Watson, again, you can register with your email, completely free. It will convert this unstructured data into structured data. How it's working? See. So this is a screen recording which has been done by me, because most of the time the internet connections in some places are not available. So when I want to give a demo, it is difficult. So this is a screen recording which has been done by me. Okay, so I will refine it. I will refine the data. See now, the unstructured data completely converted into the structured data. Rows, columns, countries have taken its proper form, right? It has also identified that what are the sentiments of these tweets. Okay, are they positive sentiments? Are they negative sentiments are there? Just on the basis of what you have written, it has identified the positive and the negative sentiments. Okay, now I want to start analyzing this, how it's working. So let me take you a little bit ahead here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so what are the major reasons for the late flight? This is an actual data, the real data which I have analyzed. So these are all, you can say, the major reasons of the late for the complaint of the flights, late flight. Okay, so in this I will say that, okay, by which company, which airline is having more late flights. So this is known as a slice and dice technology. So I'll say it is United Airlines, which is having a more problematic area. Okay, in United Airlines, which is the point, where we are having more problematic area. Then I'll say that location, that more problem there is, the from which location there are more late flights. So I can also get the area, right? So I say the San Francisco Bay Area is having a major problem. Okay, now I go further in that, and I'll try to analyze that in which time zone this is happening. Just imagine what data can do. So there is always someone who is watching you and who can identify you. So be very careful in doing the tweets anywhere. Okay. So I can identify. Okay. Moreover, it also generates all the statistics on its own. On your left-hand side, just see the chi-squares and p-value and everything has been generated on its own. Okay. So this is IBM Watson. Talking about predictive analysis. Now comes prescriptive. Okay. Now comes prescriptive. Just give me some time. Okay. Now comes the prescriptive, which we were talking about: diagnostics, predictive, and prescriptive. The two companies which are very neck to neck in prescriptive analysis, one is RapidMiner and another is Nine. Okay. The screen recording, again, it has been done by us. So there is something, I collected the data of customer churning from Kaggle, a website where you can get many data. Okay. Now here we are going to do prescriptive analysis. What is that? Let us see. There is a customer churn data, those who leave the company. So the data contains a variable like as churn, loyalty is there, or the customer is churning. Gender is there, age is there, payment method is there, and last transaction is there. So there are total 578 loyal customers and 322 who left the company. Fine. Now I want to make a model. I want to find out that what is a profiling. I told you on the first slide that we want to identify the pattern, that in which pattern. So the algorithm which we will be using is naive Bayes, logistic, deep learning, run. So the training has started. So we are creating an artificial brain based on what patterns are there, in the hidden patterns are there. Okay. What hidden patterns are there? After the training is being done, what it can give to us. So these are all measures by which I can say that which algorithm is better, and all that things can be done. Fine. That's fine. Now let us come here. So there is something which is known as a simulator. Now see what will happen. When I change male to female, I can see who is churning more, male or female. Depending upon the age, we are having dynamic simulators, and it will tell me that according to the age, what is the impact on loyalty that is there, right? Last transaction, according to the last transaction, right? Fine. According to the method of payment, what it can do, that is also possible. Okay, now prescriptive, what it can do for us. Let me go there directly. Yeah, here. So here there is a concept of optimizing. Fourth slide, optimization and planning. What next? Okay, so I want to say that suppose tomorrow I get a customer whose age is 35, very advanced analytics, who is female. Okay, The last transaction she has done is of 4,000. Okay. Right. And the payment has been done by cash. So can you tell me that this customer will be churning, or her profile is of a loyal customer? And immediately I will give the answer that this customer is going to churn, right? So this is prescriptive, one step ahead, that depending upon this pattern, what I can do. Okay. Now, these are something like a offline softwares. Two online also is there, which you can start using it right now. One of them is Google Ngram. Okay, Google Ngram. And this has been developed on natural language processing, unstructured data. Okay, and it gives me the entire view about, so all those literature which is available on Google. Okay, so we are having very less literature of Einstein, Sherlock Holmes, and all this. So it tells me about how much percentage of the literature is available on Google according to the time scale. Okay, you can write anything here. Say, for example, when was the customer relationship literature developed? So the concept of customer relationship, which has been developed. So it started in 1980s, and you can definitely put this graph in your study also, that how this is there. So this is related to, you can say, the literature, but there is one more site where you can go, and that is Google Trends. Okay, Google Trends. Now, this is having something like a grouping analysis also it can do. Sorry, I will have to go from here only, otherwise it will pick up the Ngram. So Google Trends. Okay. Now, in your country, there is a very famous actor, that is Fateh Amin. Okay, very famous. I want to see that what is his trend, right? So it will give me the trend. The Fateh Amin, okay, activate here, Malaysia, right? So it will give me the trend in Malaysia, that what his trend is. I can also see that person trend in other countries, but let me see in Malaysia what is his trends. So it will give me the trend that his peak was according to past 12 months and past 7 days. Fine. Now I want to compare this actor with another, you can say another actor, and that is Awal Ashari. Okay, Awal Ashari. Okay, and who is more popular, right? So I'm just giving an example, right? So it will give me two graphs at a time, that who is more popular, average. So just see that what are the trends which are there. I can add again more comparisons. I can also include the categories, right? I can select the countries. I can select the time scales. I can select that in which web search you want to do. So you want to go for YouTube search, who has more search for this people or not. So that is possible. Okay. One more thing, it generates a graph according to the where this actor is more famous, and where according to the coordinates, that what is in which area. So just imagine that there is a very popular leader which is there, and in which area he is more famous. So I can get the graphs directly. So I don't know that Awal Ansari is more famous in Pahang, right? And Perak, and this person is more famous in Sarawak, right? It also gives me according to the territories, right? Sub-regions. That's all possible here. That can be done here, right? Now, this is done. Let me share you some profile of me, that what I am doing, and just 2 minutes more than not. So I give the training on SPSS, AMOS, Minitab, DOE, Jamoe, Smart PLS, AMOS, R software, R Rattle, eViews, Gretel, MATLAB, Design Expert, Tora. So any types of analysis, any type of data, and you can see my books which are available directly on Amazon. One of the recently launched book is Data Analysis Using R, right? Using R. This one in Amazon. Within few days, it will be available in Malaysia also, this book. It contains the entire, you can say, the data science. 21 chapters are there in this book, right? This is one book, Data Analysis Using R. The second book is Machine Learning Using R Rattle. Machine Learning Using R Rattle. This is also available. There are totally 7 books which have been launched. Machine Learning Using R Rattle. This is also there, right? This is also there. So I frequently organize such training programs, different softwares I give the training on. You can stay in touch with me. This is my email, Twitter ID, Facebook ID. I am having a large WhatsApp group. Just send me hi in the number below, by which you can get connected to my large network, okay, to get the notification of my upcoming programs. This is just a phone number. 91 is the code of India. So that's all from my side. These are the latest Power Data Visualization tools which are there. Okay. So thank you. Over to you, organizers. Thank you for giving me opportunity in your country, Boffin Management, Fadzil. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dawa, for a very wonderful sharing session. It was a pleasure for us to have you. Is there any question from the participants?
Yeah, is there any questions which are there from participants? Please ask.
Yeah.
You can stay in touch with me by this number. Just send me hello on the mobile number and you will be getting connected to, I'll send you a WhatsApp link by which you can be a part of my network, right? There is
okay.
no, everything is free. There is no charge for anything. Everything is free, right?
Okay, if there's no questions, I think this will conclude this webinar. Thank you, Dr. Dawal, for your time. Oh, there's one question from Mr. Pubalan. Can you see the chat box, Doctor?
Yeah, sure. Doctor, how about deployment of the tools to publish the analysis on the browsers? Examples like SQC. Can you ask directly what do you mean publish the analysis on browser? Do we need a setup server? Yes, you need a setup server. You need to have a, you need to learn about RShiny. RShiny, there is a package. RShiny package is there by which you can do a good publishing work on the browser. No, it's not possible to share the link here. Just send me hello on the number below. Okay. On the number below. This is my Facebook ID. And I will send you the link, Shem. If you want to join, there is nothing compulsory. Is there any other question? Is there any other question?
Seems there's no further questions. Okay, so again, so this conclude this webinar session. Thank you, Dr. Dawal, for the sessions, and thanks to all participants for joining us, for your time. We hope you have learned and enjoyed the workshop. Okay, with that, I would like to end the session. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.